Hello everyone, welcome back to ESL TV for the EPS Germany 2014 Summer Finals, Playoffs, whatever you want to call them. Of course, I'm Jason Kaplan, still joined by the lovely Lauren Pansy Scott, carrying me here in today's cast. And we have now our second map getting underway here. It's going to be Nuke.
Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit before. We were a little bit concerned maybe potentially for some of these teams.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to drop us in. Whoa, I'm not going to drop us to that shot. Nope. We're going to go to this one because you know what? That's the right one to go to. We don't need to see a zoomed in camera shot of your forehead. Yeah.
It's a great camera shot. I don't know why you don't want to do that. But important knife round. I'm not actually sure if they just got that done and dusted.
Yeah, we're still in warm-up right now. I think Trouble just reconnecting really quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
We're wearing matching shirts.
I know, because we're cool. But yeah, it is a really important knife. Well, to an extent, because you want to get that CT side. Simple as that. There is the capability now of having turnarounds on the T side to an extent, but still, you want to start on CT. It's comfortable. You'd rather get it going first.
I think the fact that you go into matchmaking, and if you're like, okay, Nuke, sweet, I hope I'm CT side, you joins T side, you're just like,
GG.
Son of a B.
B. Just vent dive every round. It's the way forward, I tell you.
Well, you know what worked for MTW.T side? Rush B on Dust 2. Maybe vent rushes might happen.
Well, they are going to be starting on the T side, so they're going to have to come off to a flying start. They need to pick up this pistol, but then, okay, so they don't have that much armor. They got a lot of smokes and flashes, and then you look on the other side, only armor with necks. Everyone else going for the P250, smoke, flash, nade, and maybe a CZ. So it looks like MTW want to make sure they're getting that full execution down. And let's see what they go for here. They need this round to start off with. It's such an important one to begin with. And right now, upper seems to be where they're going. The first flash will come in. NKJ goes down, as does Mantis. Next picking up the double. This is a dire start, all in all. And Planetkey Dynamics just mopping up the T side. MTW, not great.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate for them. They kind of didn't really expect Next to pick up 4 kills in the first round.
Well, considering how many smokes and flashes they had to actually maybe get an execute going, they'd said, we'll just get picked one by one instead.
Actually, no, it says Next got a 5.
It says he got 6 kills in the first round. The stats are bugged.
Wow,
Welcome.
That is impressive. When there's only 5 people in the team, you pick up 6 frags. Very, very well done. But either way, we do have MTW pushing on the outside here. Let's see, Croucher. Well, we saw him. And Strux does take his head completely off here. Strux going to pick up a second as well and a third here on the MNL. Looking for number 4 with the P250. Will secure it, and can he get the ace here? NK coming off to the side. Scumbag Stavros, though, steals it away. And PKD, as expected, pick up the second round here. And this is a slippery slope. You do not want to start losing a lot of rounds here on the T side because it is so hard to make those back.
Yeah, it's like in my opinion, picking up the initial pistol or an early turnaround is vital to the T side. Yes, of course, there's been teams to prove that wrong, very recently, that there is still a viability to picking up maybe 5+ on a T side, but it's still extraordinarily hard. So getting these initial pistols is critical. And it looks like they might be going for another upper move. Maybe a vent dive, maybe just rushing in towards main. We'll see where they go. And it is just going to be going straight towards upper. MNL is leading the charge, and NKJ around on the side. MNL does find Stavros in main, so they're not doing too badly here. But Heaven is filled with CT players, but Mantis does get the shot off as well. And 4v3, they've got the bomb down, and they've got the numbers advantage. Can they keep hold of it?
Find out here as Next starts to peek through. Just spot out Steve. Let's see how he picks up the kill. Bomb still planted upper though, as you can see. Next picking up another one. MNL actually picking up the kill with the auto shotgun. Now NK, the last man alive, will finally be dropped here. But again, that was not a promising round out of PKD. Yeah, you won the round. You lost 3 people. The bomb got planted. And now coming into the next round for MTW, I was going to be able to fully buy up here. And now I wonder, is Croucher going to get an 808P in his hand? MNL has $7,500. I feel like he's going to.
Yeah.
And now it's a battle of outside. Croucher sitting there with the op on the other side for PKD. No one even actually running one. So this makes you wonder, is PKD going to play this aggressive? Are they going to rush up, get close? Or are they going to pretty much just play it really set back, let them get control of outside, and we'll work from there. Watch from Secret, watch from main, and obviously watch from Heaven a little bit.
We'll find out very soon. Mantis baiting out the shot outside. And Krauthampen waiting for that peak. And there is actually a CT player there, so I think it's going to be Strux who'll be on the receiving end if he does actually go for this. And as you said, no AWP, so he's maybe just holding the push, maybe towards Secret. That might be the play here, and he might be able to do it quite well. The smoke, however, is in his way. You can see Krauter crossing through, and now Trubley on the backside, now going to have to watch the push down towards lower. He does have support. Stavros coming around as well. So Trubly and Stavros going in on this. Mantis does find first. Trubly got one back, but that's about it. So a 2-for-1 exchange, not ideal, and it might just give the T-side the footing in towards this round.
Oh, but next, getting right behind MNL, gets the bomb down here, and now I have one more man actually watching outside. It's going to be Croucher, slowly working his way through Secret, not to mention Steve working through Ram. Gets a first shot on a Strux, fantastic little bit of play by him. Gets number 2 as well on a CLY, and they have turned this one around. This is potential here for MTW.EIZO pick up this round. Croucher slowly pushing out Secret. I believe he just heard Next, though, inside event. And Next, well, he knows the bomb's down. He knows where it is. But he's got so many angles to watch him. He doesn't want to get flanked from the backside. Croucher rushing right down. Gonna pick up the the bomb, and we'll pick up the kill. And it'll be MTW securing their first round here of this half.
A word's difficult today, Jason.
You know,
just
yes.
Yes.
I find it very hard to speak at all, typically.
Interesting job choice.
It wasn't the smartest of choices. But either way, MTW, great little play by them. It was fantastic little picks. Yep. You know, Mantis picking up Trubly right there, stopping him from, or sorry, that's MNL stopping him from really getting any more right there, not to mention the kill. I think they got onto Strux, who came down.
Really important stuff, and I want to see MTW use that and keep going, but they've just got in for this upper play, and look how low they are already. Steve's down to 2 HP, and we know this is a bit of a mixed bag buy. We've got a couple of Famises, but CLY, not ideal there, buddy, but still. 2v5, T-side is low, excluding Crowder Humpen. They could probably get a good couple of exit kills, maybe.
They have a nade on Strux. Like, if you threw this in the right spot, you could pick a couple of kills.
Yeah, for sure, but I think they're just going to plan on the exits. Obviously, they don't have the information we do in regards to how much HP necessarily is left. So, playing it out carefully, they want to try and keep the M4s in play. The only one downside to the CT side on this map is the money, but outside of that, you're pretty much golden. But picking up 2 rounds in a gun round is very important here for MTW. It was kind of a half-buy-ish feel to it. There was, a shotgun and a couple of Famises, so it wasn't like the perfect buy from the CT side. But still, to pick up 2 rounds against that is very important. And looking at the money now on the CT side, they're a little low for cash, so this might be an eco out for CLY, Stavros, and Nex.
All right, well, now where are they going to put Strux and Trubly here? Trubly not sitting here with head armor at all, and he actually didn't buy any. He had the money to, but actually
what?
Trubly not using head armor, and he had the money to buy it, but unfortunately not really going for it here. So looks like they will send him outside, try to be a little bit aggressive here. We do have Strux there as well. Try to at least lock down one of these, and Trubly picking up the first frag here. Maybe look for number 2. There's one man on top of yellow. It's Mantis, and Trubly will pick up the frags. That's 2 now down. He finally does fall here. Taking 2 men down with him is fantastic job. No Strux looking for NKJ, and he will fluff that shot. NK will secure that one. So now, CLY, Stavros, and Nex actually being very aggressive. They're pushing behind them.
Yeah, that is great play. Look at Nex right now. He's found the bomb. That is vital. He took down MNL, and he's got the bomb in hand. Now just one man stands, NKJ, and this round has gone diabolically bad, and he is now surrounded, NKJ. One in front, one behind. CLY does have a gun, as does Nex now. This has gone from bad to worse, and NKJ tries to get the shot on towards Silo, and, well, Nex lands it just better, and they turned it around there.
Nex salvaged an op as well from Croucher that round.
Really well played.
Very well. That aggressive play, Trubly and Strux, 2 manning outside. I mean,
you could say it's kind of lucky that MTW went there, but then, MTW have been doing that a fair bit. They like going down secret and then kind of playing off that as well, so they read it well, and they got the round off the back of it. 4-2, Planetkey Dynamics picking up where they left off.
Croucher going to be looking into garage here through Squeaky. And, well, unfortunately have anyone here. Strux playing it from CT Red, so playing it kind of passive here with the AWP. Then again, it's kind of no reason to die early in this game, or early in this round here, but MTW going to start to push outside, it seems. And even trying to allow Croucher to get the peak that he wants. And you can see, I feel like MTW are really banking on him picking up a frag here, as he can easily be pushed in through Secret. But they're going to rush down. And who's going to be receiving? I believe it's going to be Trubly here, yep. Going to be holding from door side from long. And we saw his position used last time, and Nex was luckily able to save this round here as Trubly got taken down by MNL. Now this time Trubly doesn't really have any backup here. Strux still watching from Secret. And Trubly will pick up a kill onto Mantis, but Strux fortunately missing the shot on outside, missing the second one as well. And actually might cost them quite a bit here, as you can see. Looks like the push will finally come in onto inside. MNL going to lead the charge here, and won't get taken down from Nex, though. He's actually right above them. And Steve will finally respawn and pick up a second here. And Steve, again, the guy who kind of just is subbing in for them, he's the backup. He's doing a fantastic job here in this series so far, and so I will secure that kill on a Croucher. 5-2 now. Finally, Planetkey Dynamics getting some control of this game again. And now they will have an eager run coming out of MTW.
I've got to say that, yeah, in the later stages, for sure, it's a lockdown from Planetkey, but early on, MTW then, they do get control of outside. They get control of T-Red, kind of maybe Garage, and a little bit of Secret. They get that on lock, and then they don't seem to know kind of what to do beyond that. And we are seeing the standard T play of just discussing things in spawn.
The standard T play of barreling inside the truck together to see how many terrorists you can fit in the back of a truck.
Yeah, that's a sentence that might get you arrested in America.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, probably would.
Yeah.
Had to think about that one.
But yeah, if you're not aware of what they're doing and you're like, why are they playing so slow? Just discussing things through, it's a completely clear eco, excluding a couple of P250s that are very cheap to get into hand. And they're just kind of talking through the tactics as to how they can go around the next couple of rounds, because they have been getting control of outside to an extent, but then that final execution towards site seems to be a little off. But then again, it's a CT-sided map. There's always going to be some bump in the road. So I'd be interested to see where they actually now go. They've discussed. It's time to go back on and buy.
One thing, okay, so we saw them hit outside a couple of times. They got down Secret, but they got stopped by Troubly in long. Like, they weren't able to really push past that choke point. Then you wonder about, you know, MTW. Well, how many times have they gone ramp? They sent one guy ramp once in the initial gun round that they had, which they unfortunately did lose. Where they had, I believe it was Steve pushing in from the back of ramp, picked up 2 kills. But they're not really going for inside at all. They're not really going for
Steve's
ramp.
going maybe back to ramp and they're going outside. Maybe they're listening, who knows?
Stick with what got you two rounds, I guess.
Well, let's see if it plays out. They're playing a little slower. Last time they did this, they got caught off by those, well, in the end they got caught out. But yeah, let's see how they go about this one. Smoke's being lined up by NKJ. I wonder if we're going to get some steal camera work here.
I'm
It looks
try.
like you're getting
I don't
ready.
know if the mouse works. That's the problem I'm having.
Oh, it's a unique mouse. Have fun with that. But Smoke coming up.
That is
going in
really
towards
bright.
upper. Just going to smoke off the entrance if they now go for the execution, or is it a fake? Let's see. No, they are going to commit here. Truebly by the fence, and oh, MNL just didn't even realize he gets mowed down, and this is just a bloodbath. The execution was lacking once again.
Died! Oh, the person I keep going to keeps dying. Come on, this is not my job. Spectating's hard.
And well,
oh
NKJ will fall to the same fate. And you got to say it there. They looked like they had a plan that they came up with in that eco round, discussing it. And then the smokes, the pushes, and they just didn't realize where... Was it Truebly who was sitting in by the vents?
Yeah, Troubly was tucked in right between Squeaky and the vent.
Yeah, and it just kind of went wrong by just getting picked off by one guy. But then again, it's the trouble of the T side. You're always going to be at a slight disadvantage, but still. I want to see them go back to what was really working. P250 buy-up, completely clean. Outside of that, no armor, no nothing, no smokes, no flashes. Just trying to do what they can. So, all in all, should be another round for PKD. Should be 8-2. And MTW just struggling.
You can see Stavros with a nice little bit of a hold there. Picks up 2 kills inside of main. Gonna back away, though. And Struck's even helping him out as well. And, of course, the eco coming from MTW. Gonna lose out on this one here. And now it's up to Planetkey to not die. To not lose a single man. You can see, I should not have pulled the scoreboard there. But they have a lot of money to spend. So, obviously, they can afford to lose a couple of rounds here on MTW. Or they're struggling a little bit. They definitely are. But then again, I mean, like we said, it's new.
Yeah.
Not really expected to pick up this many rounds unless you're a Danish team like Copenhagen or Dignitas, I guess.
But
they need something. Like they haven't really.
If they get 2 more rounds, they'll be happy with that. That's fine. That's enough to work with as long as they don't fluff the pistol. But I want to see them work outside and actually have that final bit of execution to it. Right now, it does seem as though Crouch is back on the AWP, so they might fancy their chances. Once again, we're not seeing an AWP with the CT side. They prefer just playing with the M4, maybe putting it in towards Garage. I think it's generally either... I think it's Stavros who plays it, and look at Truebly's positioning coming up Secret. I'm not sure if they're completely watching this in the slower play. Oh, he's got a glimpse, and that might be enough. He does get a good bit of damage, but backs away, flashes out, and readjusts. So not playing, this ego play, playing with a little bit of discipline. And Strux is still here. I thought it was Stavros, excuse me. It was Strux in this position before, and he was playing it very passively last time, but they might go for a peek now. Smokes up, he's on the players. He's just spamming through. He does find MNL on the cross. Stavros gets NKJ waiting down below with Truebly. And this play took so long from MTW. You can see the CTs have them locked on both sides. So MTW have to brute force their way out of here, just landing the shots even at a disadvantage. But Mantis might have a good idea here.
He's got to pick up these kills, though. Troubly waiting for him, and he does get the kill as well. And again, like you pointed out, a lot of time committed. They got closing on multiple directions here, and now Crowder with 1 HP. And pushed into upper. And he will get taken out by Nex. Again, it's just... I mean, they've committed a lot of not resources, but a lot of a lot of rounds to pushing outside, and yet they haven't made any ground really. They still. I'm gonna point out real quick with my sweet camera work. Luckily, the camera can go through walls in this game. Through secret, the fact that they get stuck in this corner because of the crossfire from Trebly, who's sitting there towards long, and then the man, I think it's Strux or Stab. I think it's Stavros most of the time, who sits there over towards vent side. They get stuck here in this corner, and then they can't really do anything.
See, I know this sounds like backseat gaming, but I'd love to see them really just stick the execution.
Why not push outside, like to CT Heaven?
I don't know. There hasn't been an AWP with the CT side this entire time, which could be like, you know, obviously if there's an AWP out there, then it changes the dynamic completely. But then, okay, so Planetkey Dynamics' main strength of the outside area, maybe Heaven and Hell, would be that they can hold close range a little better than an AWP would be able to, so maybe that push doesn't seem so ideal. But they have been able to split players through towards ramp, so they could easily kind of come around and try and focus it together. But it just seems disjointed from MTW. In a way, they don't have that full, you know, bam, 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 there's your execution. You saw it a little bit on Dust too, when they were working through mid. Not really seen it here. Maybe they just haven't quite found that comfort zone. And obviously we get X-ray, we get the whole map, we get 20/20 vision, and we get to get backseat game. It's not quite as simple for these guys, you know, when they're in the moment.
Well, I mean, if the thing is, if you're a good in-game leader, a good in-game caller, I think you should be able to know what we know right now from just what we can see. Obviously, you don't have, like I said, the X-ray vision, but you should be able to kind of assume. Well, it's been what 11 rounds now. They've had an AWP outside. Every time we've set a guy ramp, he's gotten in there easily without even being contested.
The way I look at it is, Strux has been super passive outside. Like, I think we've all noticed we don't actually see him. Yeah, he doesn't.
Through the wall real quick.
He doesn't actually peek. He holds the angle pretty much, right? And he's just running with the M4, and that's it. So he just plays super passive, and he's one of the top fraggers right now. And he's only getting that by waiting on them to take their time, waiting for that smoke to kind of deplete, maybe making a peek or two, and then going around the back. So he's been super passive rather than active. And it's working for him because they're not really completely pushing in. Obviously, this is just me theory crafting. It's not 100% correct, probably. You know, this is just what I've noticed. But I'd love to see MTW really get on that execution, really push it. And I want to see if they can get that full-fledged, you know, play going. Because it seems like a half a play comes out and then the rest kind of falls to pieces.
One thing they've also been doing is, like you said, keeping Strux inside garage here. They're keeping, I think it was Stavros here towards main, and they have Trebly pushing in through secret. So every time they shoot from one direction, someone else peeks, and it catches them off guard. It pulls their attention into a different direction, which obviously leaves them susceptible to another spot. So really cool to see how you know, PKD's been able to play this on outside so far. But again, it's Nuke, not necessarily the hardest map to play CT side. And you can see this time they're actually sending COI to actually still watch ramp this time. I think they realize, you know, we're leaving ramp a little bit light here. Trebly even playing it as well, expecting maybe a rush in through there. Obviously the pause, there's a lot of mind games. It's like, oh, the pause, you know, they're probably talking about what they can do. Well, one thing they haven't done is hit ramp. So let's maybe stack ramp a little bit, because maybe that's exactly what they were looking at. And look at this. They're pushing ramp. Perfect read here by the side of PKD.
Yeah, PKD seem absolutely on point, and CLY does have that molly to hand. Falls back nicely, not going to outstay his welcome. They find a better angle. Truby here as well, but the push just comes in. NKJ just plowing straight forward. Steve will take down Truby, and that is B fairly open. They should be able to get a bomb plant here, unless maybe Stavros stops them in the vents, but that is the play they needed. That full execution, just go and stick the play, get the bomb down, and then play to lock it out. That was much better from MTW.
It was, and that was even with PKD stacking the ramp for it. And you can see next, we're going to get pushed different directions here off to the side, and he doesn't have a first clean shot onto anyone here as Crowder secures that kill. Strux picks up one, but now Crowder picking up a second. Now it's all in the hands of Stavros with 1 HP. The bomb blows up, he's not going to get any kill or anything. He's going to die. So he wants to pick up a kill or two. Looks like for Mantis secures that one. And I don't think he's going to get much more in this. He's going to even push out for it, and we'll get taken here by Crouch, who picks up 3 that round. Again, MTW, that little bit of a timeout, definitely working out for him. But still, that was just 1 round. How are PKD going to respond? How are they going to adapt to the situation? And is it going to be enough to stop MTW from maybe getting on a little bit of a tear?
Like, to be fair, Planetkey Dynamics have been playing really passively. Like, I actually quite like the way they immediately fell back from ramp, excuse me. And they try to hold it a little closer on the double doors. They just didn't expect MTW just to go straight in.
Right.
Which, sometimes you can't do that. You know, you can't just think, oh, they're just going to charge me through smoke. Or, you know, they've just avoided that flash. But MTW just, you know, came out confident, and it worked. And CLY's Molly did go down before, and it did do an okay job. But MTW, if they stick that execution, they're so damn good at this. And here we go, once again, into upper, though. Next does stop this in his tracks, gets to... Oh, my God, he just falls down into the faces of MTW, but in the end, it's now left in a 2v2. NKJ comes out fighting, down to 19 HP, Krauter 12. It's not looking good this time.
It's all in the hands of NKJ as well. Switching over the AK, you can see Stavros 16 HP, NK sitting at 14. Already has 2 kills, and he will go for the bomb plant here. And as you can see, you're going to hear the man come out of hut. He won't get the shot just yet. He will get taken down by Stavros, who's going to at least secure that round and take it out a 10-3 scoreline here in this first half. But I think you pointed out perfectly, you know, between this last round and this one, it's just kind of, just go. Like, stop playing anything, just rush into a site, and they were able to take the upper. Obviously, get the bomb down. It didn't really work out too well for them in the end, but still, I mean, it got them a little bit of money, and it caught Planetkey off guard. It was a complete change in pace from them. Yeah,
but then again, they kind of forgot that Next just destroys them whenever they do that.
True, it's true.
But still, you know, it was a lot closer. It came down to a 2v2, yeah. He's that good, he takes himself out. But no, it came down to a 2v2. It was a lot closer. But I just want to see more from MTW. They're such a talented team, but we are seeing them on the eco, a little bit of a mixed bag. What, a Scout, a Deagle, a CZ, and a P250. It's not much. They can make a couple of kills maybe, that'd be fine. But right now, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, unfortunately, not really going to work out too well. And look at 11-4 scoreline, but of course, going to be bound up in the final round. And I feel like they almost have to, again, you know, we always talk about, you know, how crucial pistol rounds are. We always say it every single time, but honestly, it really is. And, you know, come into, imagine it's a 12-3 scoreline. If you don't pick up the pistol, excuse me, you're probably not going to pick up anything else after that. And you're forced to buy, obviously, in the next couple of rounds. And, you know, I feel like MTW have to get this next round. You see though, Struck 17-5. The man, like you said, is just holding outside, inside garage. Fantastic job, leading the scoreboard.
All right, so MTW, if they don't get this round, only 3 on the T side isn't great. You know, 4 to 5, just breathing room for the pistol is okay. That's what you need pretty much, just that little bit of breathing room for the pistol, because you know, T sides they have the ability with the Glock, with the P250, with a little bit of armor, whatever they want to go with. There's a chance that it can happen. You can build. So if they get this round, there is that genuine possibility. I'm hoping MTW can get it so we have a good game coming through here, because they do turn it around on CT sides. We saw it on Dust 2. It looks like they're going for that secret play. Mantis trying to hunt down Strux, but he is nowhere to be found. And, oh, MTW, let's hope they don't get caught up again in these little brawls rather than working towards the sites, because it looks like they found a little bit of Nex there, tagging him up, dropping him down to 13 HP. Strux, though, comes out with the peak, gets shut down by MNL. That is substantially better. But 5v4, can they now convert this to a round win? They definitely need it, but they look like they're just looking for the next option. Where do they go from here? If they go upper, Stavros is in a brilliant spot. He'll get the first peak, and that could completely dismantle this, but Flash comes in, Krauter hump and kicks into action, but Nex is there, Nex falls, and this time the execution is sublime. 4v2, CLY and Trubly last standing, and I think MTW finally worked it out.
Let's see if they can hold on to it, though. Let's see if they can maintain the actual plant, and, well, MNL picking up that kill. Looks like it will be enough here, and you might just get the one click at the end, but you look at it again, it's like, well, what did they do different this time? They didn't rush like they did the last 2 rounds, but they went outside. But this time, they didn't push to secret. They pushed towards CT side of outside. And they got a nice little kill onto, I believe that was... Or MNL got a kill onto, I think, CLY in upper, and that allowed them to, you know, finally make a move somewhere. It weakened the upper site for them to finally push in. And then again, you know, was it Stavros? That was really unfortunate for him to drop down, like right when they were about to come around the corner, and they get taken down when he could have picked up a couple of kills. Really unfortunate. But either way, second half now, MTW have a hill to climb, but definitely it's a smaller hill picking up that last round.
Yeah, for sure. So 11-4, as I said, that little buffer. That's all you want, but what have they gone for here? 5-7s, but PKD. It's going to be a rush from PKD. Can they get this in the bag? Oh, MTW! Send them packing! But now 3v2, Stavros and Trubly looking for a way back in here. We still have, I believe, 1 on the site. Trying to find the shots, and, well, Steve will find it, and he'll find a second. Big round from Steve. 4 coming in. That 5-7 going to get a couple more kills on that stat track. Really well played out then. And 5-11, they need to have Near on the perfect half here, though.
Near on, and, well, luckily we'll be able to bat Famises here. Actually not going for any MP7s or anything, or MP9s. But either way, you see the CZs, even at what? Next, please. Tech 9? Only time I've ever seen that used.
Why would you ever have a Tech 9 run on the CZ? It's the new slot place, isn't it?
Yeah. only time I've ever seen a Tech-9 used was when it was
OP.
Brokenly buffed, actually, and they had to fix it in a hotfix. But either way, they have gotten control of ramp here. Honestly, MTW is going to give it up because no point in contesting.
Don't understand.
Maybe just hates CZs that much like me. Just refuses to use it.
Out of spite, he just won't.
Ooh, Stavros, nice shot coming in, though. Gets a kill on a croucher, so that does open a potential gun for them. Haven't been able to pick it up just yet, but they're rotating completely around here towards the outside. And if we look at where currently the C2s are playing, Steez watching Hut. You have NK watching the push into upper, MNL watching lower, and Mantis sitting in vents here. So they're trying to cover every single angle. Only 50 seconds to work here. This could be a minor slip-up, or a big slip-up, depending on what happens for MTW.
But I look back at how, let's say, MTW did on the T side with their pushes and their focus and their plays. It didn't look this cohesive. It didn't look this focused. And we are seeing PKD executing a pre-made plan, it seems. And they are accumulating towards Alpha bomb site. Mantis is here, as is Steve. But can they actually land this shot? Mantis is low. He's going to fall. Next doing the damage, but NKJ holding firm. Next coming in. Oh, wow, I doubted it, but maybe I doubted a little too much because now MNL in a 1v2. Next has armor. Trubly has armor. They've got one Famous. They now have two Famouses. This is dire situations for MTW.
I think that was the first Tech-9 kill in competitive play ever.
Since the update.
Since the update. All right, so again, fantastic little play from PKD. And, well, they're going to secure the round here. So an eco coming in, and instead of just rushing outside, realize we're going to lose this round like we saw, MTW did, they executed a plan, and it worked out in the end. Obviously, trading the 1 kills in the beginning. Stavros, fantastic shot onto the guy into heaven. And now 12-5, MTW forced to go on the eco. It's just as if PKD did win the pistol round now.
And it's just that play. You saw them with those pistols. It wasn't even a wasted round. They completely had a plan. They knew what they wanted. They knew where they wanted to go. They looked responsive and reactive. And now MTW are looking lost. And Planetkey Dynamics, you don't give them any more confidence. They've got a 4-man play outside, 1-man sticking back. And I want to see what PKD can do here. You're going to need to land something pretty damn impressive on a cross like that with the Deagle in the hands of Crowter, but I just don't see this happening anymore. MTW have let it slip a little too much, especially in that last round.
Especially right now when PKD, they have a 1-map lead against you, and if MTW still somehow pull this one out, they'd be going on to Mirage, which is definitely no easy map either. And they need something. I'm not sure exactly what they're missing within their team. Maybe it's the lack of EIZO. Maybe they've been practicing with him, and then they found it a little bit late that unfortunately, he can't play. And you see Crowder spamming through the smokes. Unfortunately, not connecting with anyone here, and that does give away Secret here to the side of PKD. And you see CLY, he's playing this one slow, looking for the rotates, and that will be actually, if I remember correctly, Mantis pushed into Squeaky. But PKD taking their time. They're not in a hurry here to really rush into any site, but I just have to speed up a little bit. As you can see, 29 seconds left to go on the clock. Stavros down towards lower. We have CLY pushing towards upper, and they're going to rush straight towards ramp, actually, and get down into this site here. And, well, Croucher, and you see some 1 deeks out of his son. Unfortunately, not connect down to Stavros. Plenty. And, well, it looks like he won't really be able to accomplish much here. CY picks up a kill. Next, Trubly is securing 1 themselves each. And now Croucher and Steve, the last 2 alive. And we're looking at a 13-5 scoreline now. And Croucher gets 1. Oh! Almost getting knifed at the end right there. I wonder, if CSGO Lounge had like a side bet thing where you can bet on how many knives happen in that round or in that game. They can like increase what you return on. But either way, 13-5 now. We're going to not see a buy again out of MTW. And we're looking at 14-5. That's tough.
I've got to say it, PKD just looked like a really well-rounded team. The thing is that at the start of this, I did doubt why people were doubting MTW so much, but looking how Planetkey Dynamics have done their homework, it kind of makes sense to me, but still. I just think PKD are playing substantially better, and MTW look a little lost for a response, sadly. Right now, as you said, CZs, P250s, nothing much else. Stavros, a little bit of a battle outside, but fluffing the shot for a while, finally does get it towards Crowder, but took a fair bit of damage. But this should be another clean round, and PKD's execution on these has been not necessarily perfect, but just very clinical.
I think one thing we can both agree on, it's looked a lot better than anything MTW has been able to throw on that T side.
Yes.
And well, it looks like right now they will be able to push in towards Secret. And COI, again, playing the quote-unquote get-right role. Just going for the flanks. Trying to cause a little bit of a distraction over there. And NK with the CZ trying to Maybe pick up a cheeky kill that can open things up. Mantis has secured one here over towards ramp, though. Getting CLY down, that does open up a gun for them. And again, will they actually be able to pick it up and do much with it? Mantis sitting with their FAMAS. I'm telling you, words are hard. And Trebly already pushed in towards the lower here. The smoke coming in. Bomb not going down just yet, but 20 seconds left to go on the clock. And Planetkey, they have to make a move soon. Next, picks up a frag. And MNL, you can see with the FAMAS trying to hold on to something here. And he does pick up, actually, she picks up one. And is he going to back away with this? Didn't really expect that. Obviously, 10 seconds to go. Bomb has gone down. And next, we'll go for the chase. So 14-5 now. MTW going to be able to buy up here. And this is almost a must-win round for them. And they're actually going with the up on the outside, which we haven't seen out of PKD. Going for much more of a close quarter combat kind of fighting here. And if Croucher, I feel like if he picks up a couple of kills here, they can get a little bit of steam going because he can completely lock down that outside and force PKD to throw a lot of smokes to prevent him from getting anything. Oh, he's going to peek from up or from outside, upper.
Looking forward to this one.
No one's there.
You can still easily adapt around. He's in a good spot. It's not exactly hard to rotate from there. If you put yourself out in Mac or Garage, it's a little bit harder. You're kind of locked to it at that point. But taking their time, Planetkey. We know they like to play a little slower. We saw it in the last round. They were happy to slow it down a little bit. Leave it to the last couple of seconds and then find that fully fledged push. And oh god, your camera work is rubbish, but Smokes, no, god, it's great. I told a lie. NKJ's death was beautiful, but the round certainly not for MTW. 2 left now. Krautham and MNL smoked off, and look at the HP on Planetkey Dynamics. They barely took any damage in this one, just because of their execution was absolutely perfect. Strux comes out with a double. We're on 15-5, and this looks like Planetkey Dynamics are picking up the first game.
So well played again. Like you pointed out, they took basically no damage from that one. And the smokes coming in, the flashes as well, was able to push straight in, and you can see CLY calling out NK. What was that about? Either way, 15-5 here, pretty much buy anything you possibly can here on the side of MTWC with the M4, not going to be having any armor, and Planetkey Dynamics have a lot of rounds to work with here to pick up their final round here and secure themselves a spot into the grand finals. And as you can see, playing a little bit safe, spamming through some spots, maybe trying to catch MTW out on a push. It'll be a push that wouldn't happen here just yet, and well, I get a little bit aggressive here, as you can see, spawning out CLY a little bit through the smoke, but he's being shot at.
Well,
I don't know. I think we can both agree it's pretty much over here. I mean, you look at Mantis, has a shotgun, obviously going to be working out very well here in this close range if he can catch Stavros out. But Steve's already down HP, MNL's now dead. And MTW, it looks like their final hurrah here as we see the push coming in slowly towards ramp. And no one's there to actually even contest it just yet. I believe NK is watching from ladder though. And how are MTW going to stop the push? I don't know if they can stop the push coming into lower, as we can see smokes being thrown behind them so they can secure a little bit of room, a little bit of time. You see off to the side there's going to be one man there, and that will be, I believe, not Croucher.
And even at 15-5, their play is clinical, the execution is on point, and they're still going. They've not lost a player. Yeah. Next is a little low, but now it's down to Croucher and NKJ, and they need to pull something out of the bag that they haven't really found to this point. Stavros does take down Croucher. NKJ, last man standing, 19 HP. Planetkey Dynamics on the verge of getting through to the finals very comfortably, and there we have it. 16-5. The nade from Strux will land, and Planetkey Dynamics looking pretty damn strong.
Very. Again, I mean, see, this is actually I'm curious about. Is it them looking really strong, or is MTW not looking up to par that we kind of expected them to show up today with?
I'll take from A and B there, because for me, MTW individually are quite talented. We didn't see a bad performance from Crowder Humper, and they weren't awful. But then you looked at, for example, the execution coming out from Planetkey Dynamics. All in all, it was just well-rounded. It was just, they were on point. You saw their clinical plays coming out on Nuke when they actually got their full-on executes going. It was really well done. They didn't look tested yet. That's the other thing. I think that if they...
I can agree with you on that.
Maybe face a better team who can hold these spots a little better, maybe, or just have a counterplay to it, a couple of counter flashes, anything in the bag of tricks, then it might get harder. And then you've got, quite accomplished teams coming up against them soon, if it's going to go the way I predict. To be fair, I did say that I thought MTW were going to win this one.
Yeah, we both did.
I was not adamant, but I was fairly certain with the lineup they have, with the previous history they've had. I thought they were the better side in this, and they just look very unprepared.
They beat Mouse Sports last season.
Yeah.
Like, the same Mouse Sports, basically.
Logic.
I mean, yeah, it's a little unfortunate for them, but obviously that is the end of the first semifinal we'll have today. The second will be Mouse Sports up against Playing Ducks, and it's
I love
currently...
that name.
I don't.
What?
I don't like names with animals in them. For some
about,
reason.
Oh, if it was the Mighty Ducks, would that
would be better. That would be better. That's a hockey team though. But it's 89% for Mouse Sports, 11% for Ducks, at least over on CS:GO Lounge. I think we can both kind of agree it's kind of pretty similar in our heads as well. But that should still be an exciting game, and we're gonna find out what form are Mouse Sports in. Can Playing Ducks maybe cause an upset? There's always possibilities.
I just want to see them take away Dust 2 from Mouse. Please don't play Mouse Sports on Dust 2. I beg of you. I'm gonna go downstairs and tell them just please, just don't give Chris J the chance. Just don't.
I don't want to see them play or force Mouse to play on Cash either. Like we said before, at G3 they beat Virtus Pro 16-12.
They're a good team though. It's just
they are. They're definitely I think the more renowned German team.
Renowned.
Is that a word?
Renowned?
Renowned
or known?
Renowned?
Just combined.
Close enough. But then again, they played in ESO 1 Katowice.
Yeah, they had some great results.
Fortunately, no German team got through to ESO 1 Cologne, even though it was in Germany. But still, they have potential. They're definitely the team that, when you think of a German team, it's probably one that stands out in your head. And obviously, that will come in just a few minutes, guys. And hopefully, you can stick around and play a little bit of music. Not sure exactly how long our break is, though.
We'll
since
find
we're just
out.
the B stream.
Yeah, we're just chilling upstairs. We're not even like
the
allowed
B stream
downstairs.
Yeah, the B. I'm not gonna say it because that's a little BM. But anyway, guys, we'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll see you soon.